The UK government has just dropped the latest statement of changes in immigration rules. It was published on the 1st of July 2025, and I felt it's so important for me to share this with you. It affects you if you're on a study route, maybe you are on a graduate visa or skilled worker visa route. I feel it's important for you to listen to this till the end. It is a 138-page document that I feel I should just summarize the 5 major changes that will affect you so that you can make the right decisions. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK. If you're interested in any of these, then subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you'll be amongst the first people to see that video. You can observe that I'm not in my studio. I am somewhere on vacation, yes, in the beautiful city of Izmir, Turkey. But I felt, yeah, let me share this latest update with you because it affects every single one of us. Now, if you need support getting a visa sponsorship job, maybe you need help optimizing your CV, cover letter, supporting information, or personal statement, don't leave it to chance. Reach out to me. I will help you with that. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. The first major change is higher sponsorship salary thresholds. Now, the UK government has increased the minimum salary thresholds for various occupations, and I felt it's so important for you to check it out. I'll put the link to this particular document in the description box so that you can look at the minimum salary threshold for your occupation. What does this mean to you? It's so important for you to know what it means to you. It means that you need to ask for a promotion right now or switch to an employer who will increase your salary threshold. Remember that I released a video about ILR. You might be earning a certain amount and think you've escaped it, but when it gets to the time when you will have to apply for ILR, they'll tell you your application will not be approved because you do not meet the salary requirement as stipulated on the document. That is why I've been telling a lot of people to ask for a promotion right now. This impacts those people who wants to extend their visa. Now, there's no transitional arrangement for that, so you need to earn higher. But every occupation has a different salary expectation. Go and identify that of your occupation right now. The second change is that they have increased the minimum skill threshold from RQF level 3, 4, 5 to RQF level 6 and above. So you can only get a skilled worker visa approval from the 22nd of July 2025 if you apply for a job or occupation that has the RQF level 6 and above. This is a major change. Now, if you want to extend, what happens to you? It says that existing sponsored workers and anyone sponsored before switch over date may continue in lower skilled jobs for now, but the government memorandum makes clear that these transitional consensus will not be in place indefinitely and will be reviewed in due course. So if you have an extension and you are in that low threshold, maybe RQF level 3, 4, 5, they say don't worry, you can keep applying for an extension, but they are not promising that things will not change in the future. Things could change in the future. Now, it means that if you want to apply for any job from today, 22nd of July 2025, you have to apply for an occupation on that is with RQF level 6. We are talking about doctors, nurses, we are talking about engineers, legal professionals, directors and managers of companies. There are some managers that do not fall under this list, that of retail, wholesale, things like that. They do not fall under this list. But if you are in the teaching profession, I shared a particular video and that video actually still stands. I'll put a link to that video over here so that you can go through it and see what I explained to people, that they have taken out 111 occupation codes from that SOC 2020. So these occupations that have been removed include data analysts. Yes, I know many people have been saying switch to data analysts, but there are some data analysts that do not have that RQF level 6 and above. They are RQF level 3, 4, 5. You cannot get a skilled worker visa under that particular occupation. Now, there are some also other occupations down on that list. I will just put them on the screen for you to look at them and go through them carefully. Please be aware that if you want to come into the UK to study, please try and make sure whatever you want to pursue is under the skilled worker visa, the one that you can actually get a skilled worker visa, and it's not under the temporary list. Now, the UK government has created 2 interim temporary lists. The first one is actually proposed by MAC, that's the Migration Advisory Committee. That one is the new immigration salary list. They say that these are occupations that are in shortage. And the second one is proposed by the Treasury and DBT. And these are occupations that they said will help with the modern industrial chain that the UK wants to propose. Both lists will expire on the 31st of December 2026. So they are short-term period for this particular list, and once they expire, we don't know what would happen, whether they were extended or whether you can actually switch to another route. But they said the ministers have the right or reserve the right to reduce or shorten the period when this particular temporary list will expire. So it could expire less than the time if the ministers decide that, hey, we should make it less than that. So what does this mean? If you are going to apply for any extension, prepare yourself. If you want to come into the UK as a student and you want to go into the care job, it's going to be temporary. By the time you complete your studies, you might not have sufficient time to, be a carer, a proper carer in that particular list. Remember that care job is RQF level 2. It's not even RQF level 3. That brings me to the next big news. Care workers can no longer come into the UK if you want to apply for a health and care visa. It will not be approved from the 22nd of July 2025. This is a major news because I feel the UK needs carers. Care job is in high demand, but it seems that they don't want to approve anybody's visa from outside the UK. So what does it mean? If you have a COS and you need to apply for your visa, you do so as soon as possible. However, if you are in the UK and you want to extend your stay, maybe you are a student or under the graduate visa route, you can actually apply. In-country switching into these codes, that's the 6135 and 6136, remains possible until 22nd of July 2028, but only where the employee has already worked for the sponsoring provider for at least 3 months. After July 2028, the roles will disappear from all shortage lists entirely. So they are saying it is going to be there temporarily for now. And if you're in the UK and you want to switch, maybe you're on a study route, skilled worker visa route, and you want to switch into that care route, the cap is 22nd of July 2028. But you have to be working for that employer for at least 3 months. So it means as a student, if you are considering this particular route, you can actually apply for jobs before you graduate. In fact, while you're a student, you can apply for jobs, work for them for a while, and if they are willing to sponsor you once it's close to your study routes, the ending, then you can actually switch. That is what it means. And when they announce this particular news, they are saying that it's for 6136 and 6135. Now, they have not mentioned anything about 6131. You will know that 6131 is nursing assistant, and most or all NHS jobs offer the 6131. I think it's a way of protecting the NHS. I feel the NHS is still the more reliable pathway. I don't know, but this is what they are saying here, and I feel there needs to be more clarity with respect to this. I know that the UK tries to protect the NHS in one way or the other because they need people, skilled people who would build their workforce. So I don't know what the implications of this. As soon as I discover or find out the implication, I will share this with you. But note that even the 6131 is not, I repeat, is not RQF level 6 and above. It is less than that. Another major blow is that from the 22nd of July 2025, if you are sponsored with an RQF level 3 to 5 occupation, you can no longer bring your dependents or have family members under your visa. This is a major blow, seriously, because I wasn't expecting this, but they shared it in the white paper, and they are actually going to implement this on the 22nd of July 2025. Guys, what do you think about what is being shared now? Do you think it is it sounds reasonable? Because some people are already in the UK and they have their dependents. So what happens is it when they switch to that particular route, their dependents have to go back to their home country, do you know? And also, because it's a temporary list, we don't know what would happen. Remember that they also announced this with regards to care workers and some people who are in the UK. There's this right to have a family and everything. Some people were able to have their dependents with them, while if you're coming from abroad, forget it, it's over for you. You cannot even bring your dependents from outside the country. And if you have kids, they might consider you because they don't want you to be separated from your kids. But if you have like a wife or a husband and you don't have any kids, they will just deny that visa for the other partner. What do you think about this? Will the same thing happen in this particular case? I don't know. Share your thoughts in the comments. But this is one major blow that, yeah, you can no longer bring your dependents if you want to switch to a temporary route. So if you are on the study routes and you are on the graduate routes, you have to be very strategic on how you pursue any visa switch. I'm sharing this because I feel some of us do not know that there are other jobs apart from care jobs. Even with this RQF level 6, some of us have the skills, we have the qualifications and the experience. We just need someone to encourage us and show us how to submit good job application. Now, not just good job application, outstanding job applications. You can reach out to me. I would support you. I've supported a lot of people to pursue jobs in their area of specialization. Now, what does this mean? You can prepare a very good CV, cover letter, use AI to submit as many job applications as possible. You can also improve your LinkedIn. LinkedIn optimization is a must in this particular situation. Most of these companies want someone who is outspoken. It's not about somebody's being shy and saying, I won't talk, I'm scared, I don't know, this one, that one. No. You have to promote yourself on your LinkedIn, not just repost. You need to write post on your LinkedIn. Anytime you go out of your way and achieve anything or accomplish anything, post it on your LinkedIn. You need to praise yourself, blow your horn, blow your trumpet. That's what people say. Make your CV memorable, make it pop, so that recruiters can reach out to you, offer you an invitation for interviews. When you smash those interviews, you will actually get that RQF level 6. I don't think it's impossible to get RQF level 6. I've actually helped a lot of people get RQF level 6 jobs. Remember that I'm also saying that there are some jobs that you can get with RQF level 6, like data architects, data engineers, computer analysts, these data scientists. These are RQF level 6 jobs that you can get. There are also other ones. I will share some of them on the screen with you. Remember that the salary threshold has gone up significantly. You have to pay attention to that whenever you are submitting any job application. Check what the employer is willing to pay. Check the RQF level for it if it's possible, if they state it in the employment. Another thing you have to check is whether the company has the license to sponsor you. See, you have to be very strategic when you are submitting job applications now. You cannot leave everything to chance. If you have spent a lot of money, you have sold a lot of things like your ancestral land. Like I always say, some people have sold all they have with that dream, that UK dream. They want to contribute to the economy, they want to grow, they want to be part of the workforce here, they want to better their life. They want to improve on their skills. If you want to do that, you have to be very strategic on how you submit job applications and pursue a job in your area of specialization. It can happen to you. Yes, you can actually get a COS in that place. Keep dreaming, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.